What is going on, everybody? My name is Salem Soni, and welcome to my YouTube channel where I help individuals such as yourself be more motivated, discover your purpose, and understand that you are God's very best. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. One of the things I want to talk about today is I'm traveling. So I'm currently in Europe right now. I'm in the United Kingdom, in Bolton more exactly. And on my trip here, I had an experience that taught me a lesson, which is I want to talk to you about. You have the right to choose your attitude. So you have the right to choose your attitude. I was reading a book, and within the book, it talked about that we should not be a product of our environment. Our attitude should not be a product of our environment, yet it should be a product of a choice that we make, a conscious choice that we make to be or to have a certain attitude. If we absorb the attitude from our situation or our surrounding environment, then we'll become slave to whatever that environment is. But if we choose what our attitude is, despite whatever environment we're in, then we are truly free. So as I was coming, right, it was a rather long trip. So I left from Orlando, Florida, went to JFK in New York, and from New York, travel to Manchester in the United Kingdom. And what was interesting is during that trip, I had a rather unforeseen delay that happened. So to give you more plainly, so what happened is he had booked the flight online through a third party company, because you guys already know it's cheaper. Sometimes you get some good deals. So we got that, but the flight was already supposed to be leaving around 1 p.m. So by the time we got all ready in the morning, had to do some stuff before. If you ever taken an international flight before, they usually recommend you to be at the airport about 3 hours or so earlier. So we got there on time, got to check the line to go check our bags. So as we got into the line to go check our bag with this particular airline, once we got to the front, the gentleman goes ahead and tells us, oh, well, he checks our bag, everything goes through, and then by the time he was supposed to give us a boarding pass for us to head towards the gate to take the flight, he says, well, actually, your flight has been delayed because all the flight going to New York have been delayed because they're having bad weather over there. And I was like, whoa. Okay. It's like, okay, so now you're supposed to leave at 1. You're no longer leaving at 1. You're actually leaving at 4. So now it's a 3-hour delay that we have to do. And remember, we just already got that 3 hours earlier. So now really from the time we have to leave, because we already checked the bag, we have now about a 5 to 6 hour to wait. So we were just like, a sense of frustration. The reason why there was a sense of frustration is because this delay was something that was announced a couple hours earlier, but we never had received the email regarding this delay. So now I'm there because I was traveling, not just myself, but my parents were traveling as well. Because we were there, like there was one thing I could have been frustrated with this, whatever the agent at the counter was, like, okay, this is absurd. You guys, you can't just drag people along like this for 6 hours. What am I supposed to do? Just wait here at the airport for 6 hours? By the time you guys figure out for me to take this flight and go on over there, and now there's people who are expecting me to come because this was already planned. So now I'm in the UK. Over there. I'm also going to be late 3 hours. All that, there was just kind of a sense of frustration. And then I remembered the sentence that I had read in the book, that those who absorb their attitude from their surrounding environment or situation are slave to that environment. But those who choose their attitude are free. So in that very moment, I realized, okay, well, it is what it is. I cannot change the weather. I cannot change the plane. I'm not a pilot. So I decided, I said, okay, well, thank you very much. Thank you for the information. I said, okay, can you put maybe our information to the system in case something also happens again? This is a change that will be notified via email or text messages. So they were able to add our information up there. So everything ended up being very well. So we ended up actually taking that time, me and my parents, to work on some other stuff, to really kind of prepare. It actually ended up being a tremendous time because it gave us even time to maybe run back, and I was able to get something. My dad had to grab something else that he had forgotten. So it really got us some time to really sit down a little bit. I got time to rest because I woke up so early. I had a couple things to get done that day early in the morning. So it gave me some time maybe to catch some Z's a little bit, be well rested. I got able to work on a little bit of some of my craft, read more stuff. Got a couple more ideas. I got ready, started going over some of the things we had to do, some of the preparation that we needed to do for the work we came to do in Europe. So it ended up actually being a very productive hours instead of what I thought would have been, something that was so negative because I was just frustrated, right? So the point of my story is choose what your attitude would be, regardless of whatever the situation throws at you. Don't let your attitude be absorbed by whatever the environment or the circumstances dictate, but yet let it be a choice of what you decide. That is ultimate freedom, because ultimate freedom is that we have the right to choose our attitude. Well, I hope this was helpful for you. If it was, hit that like button and also subscribe. Again, if you want to get access to many of these videos, now that I'm traveling, I'm also doing some vlog, so you get a chance to a little bit see behind the scenes. Follow me on social media as well. You can contact me on Instagram, you can contact me on Twitter, and also on Snapchat. Leave all the description in the link below or somewhere in the screen. You'll be able to see that. But until then, take care. I hope you're doing fantastic. And I know there's a big difference on time. So by the time I'm shooting this, by the time you're seeing this, it's going to be maybe tomorrow already. But I hope you're very blessed. And remember, you are God's very best. Love you guys. Take care.